The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went 4-on-4, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold up.
But he trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the wild bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Now we'll see what his offense can do. On second down, Montana. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And they will finally run him down, but not until he brings this one all the way back down inside the 10-yard line. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw, or maybe the ball's tipped, or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal. Defense doing their job, really nowhere to run the football.
Yeah, it's almost textbook, wasn't it? Every place he tried to find an open spot, there just wasn't one. Congrats to the defense, no gain.
Call fitting your gaps, right?
I love it. You're exactly right.
Out to his left. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Colts are going to take a first-quarter lead. And he moved left there, Charles. Little danger play. He didn't throw toward that left side, went over the middle. Got the 6, though.
Yeah, he seems like the type of guy that when you told him as a kid, don't touch the stove because it might be hot, he touched it anyway. And this one, he got away without getting burned.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he's got his target. It's Vernon Davis. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. Operating out of the gun. Here's Montana. And Jones has it over the middle. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That's good for 28 yards.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Shotgun. Here's Montana. He'll get this one complete to Davis. Touchdown! Vernon Davis. 36 yards. And his guys are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Well, go ahead and strap in, partner. Less than 2 minutes in, had the score on the one side. A quick answer, though, to get the equalizer.
Sometimes you get that sense of urgency that ratchets up, right? When you give up an early touchdown like that, you just know you're like, okay, how do we go back and equalize things? Can we get it done fast? And they absolutely did. Essentially, we're back to even, aren't we?
On first and 10, it's Jackson dancing to his left. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Flushed out right. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10. They rolled out of the pocket right, and I think he wanted a little something more out of that play, obviously. Instead, he hit a safety valve.
It looked like two well-coached teams there, even though there was no yardage gain, because the offensive guys, hey, they realized their quarterback was out of the pocket. All the receivers went to the right spots, tried to get in his sight line, tried to open themselves up. Just nowhere to go where they could gain yardage. How about the defensive guys, though?
Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off near the 29. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
Man, we see a lot of quarterbacks try and do this. They get out of the pocket, they get in trouble, and they try and force the ball into their star receiver to make a play, sometimes whether he's open or not. And I think this time, It was definitely an ordinary.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness.
Isaiah Simmons picking it off.
And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35. Well, they thought they were going to break the tie. The defense had other plans. They were already in field goal range, but boom, an interception.
I don't know if this was a case of being a little bit too greedy with the opportunity to put points on the board, but give credit to the guys on the defensive side. Hung in there, battled, and made a key play.
The drive starts with a completion, left side. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A gain there of 21 yards.
At the 43-yard line.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. Forced out to his left. Now he'll let it go on the right. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. How about a 39-yard pickup? They'll take it. These two teams all tied after one. So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. They'll try to run it in, going option right. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Lamar Jackson, a 3-yard run as he kept it himself. And the Colts have taken the lead. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
Makes the score. Colts 14. Our home team.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is because
And that's caught inside the 35. And touchdown. A big play there. 75 yards. And his guys are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, give that water break and get on out there and play.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness.
Oh, yeah, that's how
Picked off by the former USC man, Taylor Mays. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, you don't want to coach him, Charles, to stay in the pocket on every play, but I guess that's the danger of getting outside of the pocket, extending a play, and making a bad throw. Turns into 6 points the other way.
Yeah, sometimes when you get outside the pocket, your vision actually gets obscured a little bit, or you narrow it down too much, and you don't see all the defenders in the area.
Extra point by Anderson, up and good. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. And fresh off the pick 6, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the...
Oh, and for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Picked off by the Hall of Famer Ronnie Lott.
Oh, we got plenty of
And
fun,
he will
baby.
take this one home. It's a touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14.
Our home team 28. Visitors 14.
Back to the air, Jackson following the pick 6. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Nnamdi Asomugha. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick six. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. Now Jackson throwing after the interception. Broken tackle, and he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween, and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 49-yard line.
He's crossing. He's checking crowd.
To throw again is Jackson. Flush to his right. And my goodness, another interception. Buda Baker with a pick. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted.
Isaiah Simmons picking it off.
And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD.
Down Colts.
So that's now 3 first-half interceptions, and that last one even costlier as it's returned for 6 points. So as a quarterback, how do you regain your focus?
Well, QB 101 says you never show them that you're sweating. Still act like you're the guy, that you've thrown 6 touchdown passes, not 3 interceptions. But he's human. He's got to face up to his teammates. He's got to own up to that. See if he can brace up and also not look over his shoulder and see his backup starting to warm up. It's going to be a tough one for him.
Caught on the right side by Jones.
That's good.
10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 30.
They will look to throw. Montana. Now they go screen. It's complete. Sanders has the 1st down and much more. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. That one goes for 24 yards. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Joe Montana on 2nd down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Isaiah Simmons picking it off.
And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. So now 2 pick sixes that he's thrown in this first half of play. Where do you go from here?
But number one, make sure you keep your poise. Make sure you go to the sideline after throwing the second one, and you look like you're still in charge, that you're still the guy, because your team's going to feed off of you. And if you're having your hands on your head or shaking your head, walking with your head down, guess what? They're not going to rally at all.
Escaping the pressure. And now here is another interception. Picked off at at the 36.
I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Nnamdi Asomugha. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting.
And he'll be brought down by the Colts. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. To throw is Montana. Sanders has it over the middle. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. And before they can run this 3rd down play, we're going to get a timeout, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Open man, it's Vernon Davis. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now Montana. The left side completion to Jones. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 11 more on that one and another first down.
Another first down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Montana. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
Intended for Chad Johnson.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10.
He's going to take another shot here. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 11. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Intercepted.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Okay, Coach. Appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. A first down carry for Barkley. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts first down. That one definitely helps as they try to push the ball down the field here, trailing early in the 3rd quarter.
And even though they're trailing, not abandoning the running game. People may call it an adjustment. I think it's just much more sticking to what works for you and continuing to have faith in it. And the running game is starting to pay off.
And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Now Saquon Barkley. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up. On 3rd down, Barkley. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down.
It's 4th down.
Here we go on 4th down with Jackson. Rolling to his left. Gets this one to Juszczyk. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Colts pick it up. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. Every week we hear talk about create turnovers. In particular, they wanted to force some fumbles. They got one right there.
And it shows you how the game has changed over time. It used to be good enough for a guy to get a sack of a quarterback in the pocket. Now, if you come to the sidelines, he didn't.
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
A fumble on the play. Recovered by the defense.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And Sanders has it poked free. And the Colts pick it up. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last two, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at their 49-yard line.
They'll run it again with Barkley. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
48-yard line.
Jackson from the shotgun, sliding out of the pocket, and it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge, and it's going to bring up 4th down. And no move to get the offense off the field. Despite failing once, they're going to go again here on 4th down. They'll indeed go for it with Jackson. Flushed out right. And this is going to be incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. They'll run on 1st down. Sanders. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That one a 14-yard play, and it keeps this drive moving.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Now a carry for Sanders. And a short gain down to about the 33.
Sanders on the carry.
In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Being chased out left. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
3rd and 5.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports.
28.
On 3rd down, they turn to Sanders, and he will have the 1st down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time.
That's good.
It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. Hasn't been his best afternoon on the ground, far from it, but a critical 3rd down conversion.
This afternoon just got better. All right, you're exactly right. It hasn't been his best in terms of yardage, but that run there, that's the one your teammates look to you and go, okay, that's what we want from you. That's what we need. Now they have a chance to keep moving forward and a chance to win the game.
And 10 at the Colts' 23-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. They'll try to run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. They'll run again with Jackson, and he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Anderson's kick is good. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. A big one there. That gives them a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
Now Jackson on first down, eluding the pressure right. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Throwing now is Jackson on the move to his left. And that is incomplete here. He started out having some troubles back in the first half connecting with his receivers. Really hasn't gotten a whole lot better.
Yeah, he's at less than 50%, and you and I both know that just won't do. So I would think about spreading things out, putting it on the receivers, make them win those one-on-one battles on the perimeter and find their way open.
Now this pass into the hands of Saquon Barkley. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though.
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. Steps away, and this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Deion Sanders. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. They'll run now with Bo Jackson. He's got the lane, and there he goes. And all the way in for the touchdown.